Finally situated in my room. We had gotten here at around 3 p.m. and it is currently 10:17. We had gotten to a room at 8, so it took a few hours for us to get here, but we're finally here, and it turns out that I'm actually going to have to stay in the emergency room for at least another day. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get an actual room that's upstairs, but we have to see. And yeah, so it's been a little stressful. I fainted earlier. Yeah. Yes, I fainted earlier. So it is currently 1:33 in the morning, and ever since I got my dose of my antibiotic, Zosyn, they're just putting me on one IV antibiotic. It took a little bit, but within an hour I had lung pain, like extreme lung pain on my left side, and a headache just like hit me really hard, and now I feel congested. So maybe this antibiotic is working and it's breaking down things, but it's making me feel like such shit right now. Like I just had a massive coughing attack. Like you can tell, like I'm all red, my eyes are red, and it just like hurts so bad, because nothing's worse than like just constantly coughing up mucus and it never being enough. Like you feel like you constantly have to just keep coughing because you can't breathe unless you do, and I hate it. And then my heart rate gets all erratic. I get tachycardic because, you know, I'm basically like hyperventilating because I'm trying to breathe, but I have to cough in order to do that, so it's like I'm not getting full breaths, and then it leads to me just getting all crazy and heated up and stuff like that. But my nurse just came in and gave me some ibuprofen, so that's good. Hopefully that'll start kicking in. I'm gonna be in the ER for tonight, and then hopefully I'll get a bed in the morning. If not, I might cry. So it is currently 10:24 a.m. I got into my actual room at 5 a.m. and then was in and out of sleep. I tried to sleep as much as I could, but I felt so shitty again after the dose. They gave it to me, I think at 6 a.m. I tried to sleep through most of it, but right now I'm actually like up, and I'm like feeling it. My eyes hurt so bad. It hurts so bad, and my body just hurts. Like my lungs hurt, like even just breathing. I get sharp shooting pain in my left lower lung, and whenever I have a cough attack, it feels like worse than it did last night. Like I can't catch my breath at all. Even when I try to catch my breath, it's because I'm in so much pain. I have like such sharp shooting pain that I can't. So it's so hard to communicate, especially when you feel so shitty and you try and tell nurses and you try and tell doctors and they kind of just blow it off. But like, I know my body more than anyone, obviously. And I know like when I'm having really bad side effects, or when I'm about to react to something, or when I am reacting to something, like I know. And sometimes no matter what, like you don't get listened to. And that's what sucks a lot. Because like on top of having CF, I have severe allergies to everything. I have severe allergies to multiple medications, like at least 10. So it limits what medications I can take, and I have this weird thing, like I'll be okay on a medication and then start reacting to it a week later or a month in, like crazy stuff like that, and I can't explain it, but it just happens, and my body just isn't about it, you know? The thing that's supposed to help me, my body's like, nope, no, sorry, we don't like it. And I'm trying not to like exaggerate or feed too much into everything, but it just literally, I'm not. Like, this is how I feel. I feel so awful. And maybe it's because the antibiotic is breaking everything down in my sinuses and my lungs, but it just freaking sucks. So my doctors came in for rounds, which is when all of the doctors go to each patient's room and basically go over like what their plan is, treatment-wise, and how the patient is doing and all that. So we did that, and I told them all of my symptoms. My mom helped me out with it because I hate complaining. I hate doing that and being that kind of person. I just don't want to seem like a bother, but this is my health, and my mom, you know, helped me just kind of communicate with how I was feeling. So I feel a lot better now, and we're getting someone from allergy to come up and to just see what they think about the kind of side effects or reaction that I'm having. For those of you who don't know, I have a lot of trouble with the right upper lobe of my lung. That's where a lot of my infection lies, a lot of the damage is there. So when I get sick, it's normally because that is acting up. So we got a CT scan around 2 weeks ago. The CT scan had showed that my right lobe had gotten worse in comparison with my previous CT scan, and it also showed that I was growing bacterial pneumonia. So obviously we needed to do something about that. The antibiotics at home were not strong enough or potent enough to fight the infection. So my doctor wanted me to get admitted into the hospital to stay here for around a week to 10 days. I'm allergic to many antibiotics, and when I mean many, I mean a lot, at least 10, give or take. And when you're allergic to one antibiotic, it takes down a whole class of antibiotics that you could use. It makes it very hard to treat me when I'm sick, especially with the different bacteria that I grow in my lungs. For those of you who don't know much about cystic fibrosis, we do grow different bacteria in our lungs. It's normal things that you probably breathe in and out every day, but for us, when we breathe it in, it sticks to our lungs, it sticks to the mucus that is in our lungs, and basically just grows and festers and destroys our lungs. So it's awful, but that's the reality with people with cystic fibrosis and the reason why we have lung failure. Basically, after the CT scan had showed all of that, and my doctor was like, yes, you definitely need to get admitted, I waited a whole week. Every day we were checking in, seeing, is there a bed open? Is there a bed open at the hospital? And there wasn't. So my doctor just said, the best option is for you to just come into the ER, and they'll have to have a bed open for you. You know, there's no choice in that. So that's what I did. Monday, we went in at 3 p.m. We waited in the waiting room for 5 hours. During those 5 hours, I went to like the triage of the ER, and I got an IV right here. This is a lovely IV. I got some blood work done. The nurse had tried to do a second IV on this arm. As you can see, it's all bruised right here. And right when she did it, my vein blew, and she tried to take blood from it, and it didn't work. And then within a minute, I fainted. My lips turned purple, my BP, my blood pressure went down completely, and I literally just passed out. I think it was more so my body was just so exhausted. Like, I felt awful. I was not doing well. And when your body's like that, obviously it's not going to do really well when blood is being taken from it. So I just think it was a lot going on and my body couldn't handle it. But it was funny because during that whole time that it was happening, I told the nurse, I was like, I'm going to faint. And I was just breathing in and out very slowly, trying to calm down my body, and it wasn't working. And my body was like, hell no, we just need to be off. So that's what happened with that. And I woke up apologizing and smiling. I'm like, I'm so sorry for fainting. And they were like, please don't worry about it. So it was pretty funny. When I was in the ER, they decided to give me this medication that we had planned to do when I was going to be treated for IV antibiotics, and that was Zosyn. They started giving me that drug, and within an hour and a half, I started getting fevers, chills. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It just went downhill from here. Finally, at 5 a.m., I got transferred to an actual room up here. Obviously, I get my own room because cystic fibrosis patients need their own room in order to limit them getting any more infections or spreading anything. At least that's a little perk of CF. We found out that I was reacting to the medication. I woke up after I'd been transferred here. I woke up that morning finally, and like my eyes were bloodshot red, as you can probably see in that video. My lips were swollen. My doctors and the allergy team was like, we definitely should stop this. Did, and as soon as they stopped it, I started feeling a difference. Last night I actually felt myself. And I was smiling, and I had energy compared to like earlier in the day when I literally had to be knocked out and I couldn't do anything. So that was good. We did that, they stopped it. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a different IV medication. So we're just hoping that'll work, and we'll just keep up with that one medication through IV for the next week or so, and then I'll be able to go home.